to the cloud. It seems so fancy. Okay. So I think we are recording. So welcome everybody to this fun little chat that's going to be super quick and just totally casual. But I'm so glad that you made some time tonight for yourself to join us here in this kind of virtual lounge to just hear a little bit more about Stella and Dot and about all the opportunities that are just right at your fingertips. So I'm so excited for whoever invited you here tonight, whether it is something that you saw on social media or probably your personal ambassador invited you to. And I know we have a lot of girls in our community here tonight. So welcome to all of you. I'm going to admit these other girls here. And I am Missy Bryan. So I am a Stella Dot ambassador who has been with this brand for actually almost 10 years, which is crazy to think, except for I look at my youngest daughter, Lucy. I'm a mom of 3 girls. They are 15, 12, and 9. And I look at Lucy and I realized that I actually started when I was 6 weeks pregnant with her. So she is proof of how long I've been doing it. And I just keep thinking, like, how is she finishing up 3rd grade? And I joke that I'm like, I haven't aged a bit. But what is fun is that I actually can look at my Stella Dot collection of jewelry and accessories, and I have pieces that literally I have pictures of me with a baby bump, pregnant with her, rocking them, and they still are on trend and they still look fabulous, and they're still some of my favorite pieces today that I still love to wear. So again, I just want to thank you for joining us. And this is kind of how the evening's going to go. So we're going to have just like a quick 15-minute chat where I'm going to share. It's not very businessy, it's super casual, but I am going to post a couple of slides and just kind of give you the scoop about life as an ambassador, because whoever invited you here tonight thinks that this is something that you might love to do. And it might be because you have a passion for fashion, or you love skincare, or you are somebody who just loves to bring joy to the people around you, and you are a Stella Dot lover and you might as well wear it and get paid to share it. Or it might be something that you have a passion for giving back and you're really excited about our charity platform. Or it could be something that you need a creative outlet, or maybe it's that you as a little girl or as an adult had a dream of having your own boutique. And right now you might be grateful that you don't have a storefront and an actual boutique, but that doesn't mean that you still wouldn't love to share trendy and fabulous and classic things with the people you love and the women in your community. So I'm really excited to just share about our opportunity tonight, especially because I know that right now it's a crazy time. It still seems very surreal. I went to the grocery store today and I still can't believe that we are, I see people and I'm like, we're in masks. Like, this is actually reality. And I know that it's a very unsettling time for people too. And it's a time where people are looking for connection, because we are at home still in most states. We're on that stay-at-home order, and we're looking for ways to connect, or we are looking for a sense of community, and we're looking for something that we can be a part of and that we can find inspiration and a dose of positivity daily from. Or it might be that you are in a situation where, let's be honest, you need some cash. It might be where maybe your job, you're not able to work, or your job is on pause, or you're not sure of what the future holds, or you're like my family where we have been preparing for this huge home renovation, and we need some extra cash, and we need to kind of like bump up the earnings that our family and the income that our family is bringing in. So whatever that might be, I hope that you hear something that you love, and that it's something that you're like, this could be, that thing for me that I could do for a month, I could do for the summer season, I could do for through the holidays. I could do for a year, or I could just be that girl that's like, let's just see, and we'll take it month by month. And it might be something that probably you'll hear from a couple of us later on, that we started for one reason and we kept going. And now, you know, almost 10 years later, I can't imagine me doing anything else, or my life without Stella Dot in it. So, okay, let's see if I can be very tech savvy right now and share my screen without sharing like my, I don't know, my email inbox. Okay, let's see. I did try to practice this early on, but you know, sometimes like practice makes perfect, and sometimes practice, it doesn't matter. Things still go crazy. Okay, so again, I'd love to hear at any point in the chat, you can make some comments. At the end, we're gonna have a time for questions, but if you are here tonight, you're either somebody fantastic who's already in our community, or you were invited by somebody who thinks that you might get something great out of being part of our community. And more than ever, I think that our opportunity and this platform is so relevant, because who would have thought that we would be in the middle of a pandemic, and that we would be, you know, at home looking, like I said, for community, for connection, or for extra cash. And we are just so lucky at Stella Dot, because not only do we have an amazing mission where we want you to design a life that you love, and to just have the means to be financially fierce, and to be able to do either all those extras in life, or to make that extra cash where you just feel confident and secure, or to have a creative outlet. But we are so just perfectly poised and positioned right now for having something where right now we can continue business as usual, because of our digital platform, and because we are so high tech, and we have just such amazing resources and assets that we can share our beautiful style, our beautiful collection of sentiments, and our amazing clinical skincare digitally with everyone. So I hope that we do get back to a point where we're able to share in person. I know that that is one thing that I think really sets our brand apart, is our personal touch. But luckily, through things like this, through Zoom, through text, through apps like Marco Polo, where you can really be hearing each other's voices, you really can share it, and you can earn on your own terms. And it's something that's really flexible, and is a you do you platform where you decide what you want to share, how you want to share it, and how much you want to share it. But we're just really proud, just to give you a little bit of perspective. We have paid over 500 million in commissions, which is just something that we're so incredibly proud of over the past 10 years. And we've really just, the stories of how people have gone on a, you know, trip of a lifetime, or people have paid off their college debt, or people have been able to, you know, it might just be like pay their car payment or pay their phone bill, but we've really made an impact. And we really just take such pride in those personal stories of how we just empower women. Okay. So, and it's not like a slide deck that I get to like click and it goes to the next one. It's just a little scrolling. So, okay. So we really are about you do you. And what I love in this whole platform of being an ambassador is you get to choose what you want to share and what products you love with the people that you love. So you really get to choose. Is it one of those things where you want to just focus on the style? And you can see, I'll give you some peeks if you haven't seen it yet from whoever invited you here. We have some beautiful new style here. I'm wearing the Nakoma earrings. I have on the mini heritage necklace here, the heritage coin that has a silver chain and a gold little coin. I also have the layered heritage coin. We've got some amazing statement necklaces that are super versatile. We have some super fun pops of color for summer. So here's some statement studs. We have what I think of as, even though they're a chandelier earring, this is something very classic that to me, like this brings me back to when I first joined, and we had these amazing, just fun gold chandelier earrings that you could do every way, every day. And we have lots of versatility. So we have earrings like this that can convert to a stud. And then we have new colorways in some of our best sellers. So something like the Madison hoops here that are that come in a pearl, but now we have added that fun pop of color with the turquoise. So you really get to choose if you want to do style, if you want to do something with sentiment, like some of our reversible bands that are either single bands or double bands, and you can really tell your story, or you can commemorate different milestones, which again I think right now is more relevant than ever, because it's like bringing me to tears, all the virtual graduations that I see and the signs that I see in people's yards, and to know that there are so many students who are having a graduation that is very different than what they had thought of. But I think to be able to design a really personal piece and to give that personal service to somebody of helping them to remember this unthinkable time, but back with, happiness and joy and confidence because they're wearing something that makes them feel good, is just so important. And then we have amazing clinical skincare. So to have those three different categories that if you choose, you can share with the people that you love and your friends and your family and people that you meet along the way, is really kind of like having Nordstrom's in your pocket and being able to share it on an app that we have that you can just safely share it from home. And when we get to be out and about again, you can just share it on the go, is just so incredible. So it's a really flexible thing that you can choose how you want to share it, how much you want to share it. And there's just incredible perks and rewards along the way. I have to show this. This is our newest clinical skincare product. It's called Shine Shield. So it literally like just arrived at my doorstep, and I ripped it out of the box, and I was like, I know it's just a bottle, but to me, like, this is happy mail that came to me that I can't wait when I get off of this Zoom with you girls. Well, actually, I won't do it tonight, but tomorrow when I wash my face and get dressed and try this Shine Shield out tomorrow morning. So our opportunity though is incredible because you can earn 20 to 40% commission for what you get to share with the people that you love. And you can see, if you go to our website, you'll see lots of accolades from celebrities and also from just incredible press. We are featured in Marie Claire, we're featured in Vogue. Our products are Allure Best of Beauty. So we really have just such incredible love for our brand. And New York Times actually even did a feature on why our opportunity works and how you really can earn, what you want according to how much the work you put in is the benefits that you get out. Okay. So you might be asking like, okay, so what would this dream shop look like? And basically you get to share what you love however you want. At some point, I'm hoping, because I am such an extrovert and I am missing and craving the connection that we get to have when, if you see behind me, I have my display literally set up in my sunroom so that I have easy access to it, because to me, even in quarantine and even being at home, when I put on our jewelry or when I put on a fabulous lip color, it makes me feel A, like things are normal, B, like I'm more myself, and I just feel more confident and just better about myself. And then when I feel better about myself, I feel like I'm a better mom, I'm a better wife, I'm a better friend via text with people. Like my whole vibe just kind of is elevated because of that. But you really get to choose how you want to share it. So right now, at this time, that could be with your website. So when you join, your website literally goes live immediately, which is incredible. And so you have a URL that you get to choose, that you get to share with people, and they can shop on your website and you earn cash for every order that comes in. You also, at some point, could offer a pop-up boutique. So that could be something where you get people together in person. And I'm hoping that at some point this summer, we can do like social distance pop-ups on people's patios. Like it might be something outside where we're keeping our distance, but we're really offering that personal service, and we're just having fun and looking at cute things and sipping in style and enjoying the personal connection and being with other humans. Or it might be something that you do at a salon or at a gym or at a restaurant or even as a fundraiser. Right now, what I love is that, again, because of an app that you get when you join, and also just our digital platform, we are positioned perfectly to do things like this. So you may have already attended a Zoom virtual event where you get to sip in style, and your ambassador is showing all of the latest and greatest pieces from Stella Dot. You also might do something in a Facebook group or in a Facebook event, or you can also do it via text. So there's so many ways, and our app gives you tools that you need and images. So don't feel like, oh my gosh, like I'm no graphic designer, or, I'm no great photographer. We have amazing just assets and images that we love to share. And amongst our community, I have to say that our Dazzling Gems team, which is who's here tonight, and our greater teams, we are better together, and we love sharing pictures of ourselves and videos. Like it's such a community effort, which is just so incredible. But what I love is that there's no risk, there are no minimums, there's no hassle. We make sure that we cover, you have your website, and there's no fees for taking orders with credit cards. We have an amazing delight guarantee and an empty bottle guarantee. So literally, if somebody tries an Ever product and for some crazy reason they don't love it and see the amazing results that we all have loved and are obsessed with, we have awesome guarantees. So it's one of those things that's really a no-brainer if you love the product and if you love our brand to give it a try. And what's really great too is that when you do an event, whether it's through your website or in person or virtually, not only do you earn cash for sharing these products that you love with the people that you love, but those people that you've invited, it's a win-win because they're getting exclusive access to deals like half-offs, and the hostess rewards are so generous and incredible. So your hostesses, for gathering just 3 friends together, can get free and half-off items. So it's really just so fun to be able to share those perks and rewards. So literally, to get started, you can join for $99, and you could get started tonight. And I have to let you in on a little secret if you don't already know this now, but tomorrow, actually technically at 3 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, nobody needs to get up in the middle of the night, but it does launch early. There's going to be a Memorial Day sale. So I know so many of you are probably going to be shopping that sale anyways and loving that style for a steal that you can scoop up. But what is even better than scooping up those sale items is doubling your discount, because when you join as an ambassador, you also, for the first 30 days, get 50% off all jewelry and accessories, and you always get 25% off of your skincare as well. So a lot of girls will join for the discount and will share it with their friends and family, because right now we're all looking for a little fashion distraction or are diving into self-care. And while we're at home, we figure we might as well take care of our skin, because if you're like me, I can't take care of my roots, my grays, my haircut, my nails, so I might as well take care of my skin, because that is something that I am in control of. But it's one of those things that if you want to shop at a discount, your friends and family probably want to shop at a discount. So it's one of those things that's kind of a no-brainer to give it a try and to see where you want to go from there. So with this $99 startup, you're going to instantly get your website. You get some deluxe Ever samples for free. You also get coupons to share with people who you want to share our brand with, so they can get free shipping. There's different coupons that you can share so you can spread the word about your website being live and about people being able to shop with it. And if you want, you also can upgrade your welcome kit, and you can add on more product you can add on more style, you can add on more skincare, or you can add on more sentiment, and to get more products that you can that you can have in your hands from the start to share. So basically, let's see if here's the last one. So basically, if this is something that you're thinking about, I really feel like you only regret what you don't do. And I know that for me personally, I joined almost 10 years ago. I was 6 weeks pregnant with Lucy, and people thought I was crazy. They were like, "You're having a third baby and you joined Stella Dot." And for me, my story is that I was a stay-at-home mom of 2, pregnant with a third. And before this, I was a teacher. And I got to a point where I'll admit I kind of lost a little piece of myself. And I love being a stay-at-home mom. It was a dream of mine. But we were in a new house. We were having a third baby. We had to get another car because all the car seats couldn't fit in just a 5-person car. And so I realized, like, wow, I'm feeling a little stressed. I could use a little extra money, and I could use a little something for me. I am a goal getter. So I really love to have something where I feel like I have a purpose, and I have a goal where I can, set a goal and to feel accomplished. And so for me, it was one of those things that I just thought, you know what, I'm going to give this a try. Worst case, I love the brand. So all these pieces that I have, I'll just get to wear because they're going to fit me even after I have this baby. And I decided to just go for it because it was less than a trip to Costco. And what did I have to lose? And in the end, I found that this is something that energizes me and brings me just life, and brings me just such a sense of me, of the me before I was a mom, like I said, that likes to set goals, that likes to to achieve things, and also loves to have an impact on a community. I love feeling like I can inspire other girls to believe in themselves or to start something new. And I love the connection that we get, whether it's sharing it virtually and helping women to feel more confident, or getting them excited about finding a gift that's really special to them. And I've just felt that it's so incredibly personally rewarding. So I am actually going to ask 2 of the girls in our community to share a little bit about why they joined Stella Dot. And so Pam, if you are, oh, actually, no, Michelle, I said you would go first.
No. I didn't want to interrupt you. I just want to tell you people are waiting to come in. So you might want to let them in. They're texting me.
Yeah. Okay. This is where I'm tech challenged because I was just like so focused on.
And I didn't want to interrupt you because
I was on a roll, right?
Yeah.
You're like, she can talk. Okay. I'm going to let them, let's see. See, this is where I think I need to stop screen sharing in order to do that. That is the problem. See, this is again, I'm not going to apologize. I'm going to say thank you for all being our guinea pigs, because this is something that I don't see them waiting.
they may have.
If you go to participants, and then you should see all of them, and then it'll tell you who you should let in.
Okay. So how about this, Pam? Why don't you share first, and then Michelle, if you want to text those girls that were in the waiting room, and you tell them that I hear the doorbell now, and we'll let them in.
Okay.
But Pam, if you would be willing to share how you joined and became part of our community, and then we'll see if we can let these other girls in.
Okay, am I on unmute? Yes.
I hear you. Yes.
Thank you, Missy. Okay, so my story, I just celebrated 5 years with Stella and Dot, and it's evolved a lot since I started, because, and I'll tell you, first of all, I was introduced to Stella and Dot when I went to a fundraiser, and Missy was at the table, and it was in November, so I ended up buying all of the women in my life their holiday gifts, their Christmas gifts. And I just had so much fun shopping. And then shortly thereafter, I decided to co-host with one of my neighbors, a little pop-up with Missy. That was actually early December. And shortly after that, it was actually a month and a half later. I don't know why I waited so long. That's my one regret, is that I waited. But in the meantime, I was a great customer of Stella and Dot. And so,
And then you come up.
I'm done. I love you.
She's done. Not right now.
Sorry.
that's okay. No problem. The funny thing is, Michelle, I was trying to mute you, but I realized I didn't have that capability, which is kind of funny because I wasn't the host. So anyways, no problem. To be honest, you guys, years ago, I've always wanted to have a boutique. My husband's job has caused us to move about every 5 years. And so it was never really feasible for me to have a boutique. And as Missy said, now I'm actually happy that I don't have a brick and mortar store. I'm so sad that Nordstrom is closing in my city. This is very, very sad for me. But luckily, because we've moved so many times, I started my Stella and Dot adventure up in Philadelphia in the same school district as Missy, and moved down to Richmond a few years in, and it has been so much fun because it's been a great way to meet people. I just always feel like I'm helping people. I mean, I had a guy come over the day before Mother's Day, just to let you know, he messaged me and he said, I just realized it's Mother's Day. Do you have anything that I could, and I saved his day by helping him give him something to give her for Mother's Day. And he was somebody in our neighborhood. But I just have loved every minute of it. It's given me such a huge dose of positivity in my life from the beginning. And the company itself, I mean, when I started, I did almost all in-home events. And gradually now I'm doing 100% online, just helping people with what they need, Zoom events. I'm partnering with KK on Friday. We're doing a makeup masterclass with the skincare. That you can really just be creative and do whatever you want, or you can just help your friends and family by spreading joy. And it's just super positive. And this community is so wonderful. And as Missy said, she can't imagine her life without Stella and Dot. I feel like I can't imagine my life without this community because it's so supportive and so positive, and everybody helps each other out. And that's really the best part. So yes, I came for the fashion. I love the fashion. It's wonderful. I love the skincare now, but I'm really the community is the heart of what we are. And I'm just grateful to be a part of it. So thank you.
We're so grateful to have you. And one thing that you said, Pam, that made me think of another thing too that I think is just so incredible is, for a lot of us, there are some women who joined 3 years ago and have always done things 100% digitally and online. And there's others of us that we're the opposite. We've always done it in person. And what I think has actually been really cool for me personally as a mom, and as a wife and as a friend, is that you're never too old to try new things and to step out of your comfort zone. And that, to me, kind of right now being forced to do everything digitally, because I love my business and I love what I bring to the community and to the personal service and just shopping experience that I give to people. And I had no choice but to flip it digitally. And it actually, as I'll be transparent, as an almost 45-year-old, it feels so good to try something new and to be like, okay, sometimes it's messy and it's not perfect, but I try again and it's working and I'm succeeding, and it feels good to try something new. And you know, to show your kids, your family, your spouse, like, you can try something new, and just like that personal feeling of accomplishment, I think, is really cool. So, Michelle, can you unmute and share a little bit about your story too?
Sure. Hi, everyone. So 3 years ago, last month on April 30th, I had gone to a trunk show like a month before. Didn't know anything about Stella Dot. I was your basic stud and like a small necklace kind of girl, because when I go to work, I work with men. We don't wear jewelry. And so I went to this party of a peer, coworker, and I had about $500 in my cart. And I'm like, oh no, I need to pull it back. So I was that girl who was like, so what is this about? And it just lingered in my head. And at the time I had gotten sick. I had lost complete vision in my left eye. And for the work that my career as an air traffic controller, you need your eyes to separate and keep planes apart in the air. Well, unfortunately, I was undergoing like aggressive treatment. I had gained over 40 pounds. It was the heaviest I'd ever been. I was really down in the dumps, and I just needed something for me. I was that girl in Starbucks getting a coffee, a caramel macchiato, upside down, no foam, and looking at my phone, learning about Stella Dot, because I was writing a paper for my doctorate about businesses, organizational behavior, and leadership. And I started looking at Stella Dot and our ethos and what we're about. And what you see, because I was already there. And I'm all about Rosie the Riveter and female empowerment. And I said, this really falls in alignment with who I am as a person. So I called the stylist and I was like, what do I need to do? And I just asked my husband, I said, how do you feel about this? And I did it. It was completely out of my realm. Nothing that I do. I'm a very technical person. And I was like, okay, I'm gonna do this. And when I invested, I think I got back then it was like, I paid $199 for a $500 worth of stuff. And all this stuff came and I'm like, I gotta make that $199 back. And I just hit the ground running. And it was probably the best decision I ever made, because come full circle, literally a month ago, after 3 years of undergoing treatment, I'm never gonna regain the vision in my eye. I had to say goodbye to my career. And what I decided to do then was do this because I wanted to determine whether it was a viable option as an alternative to an income. And it really, really is. And, you know, from the day that I started, April 30th, to this very day today, I haven't touched a single penny of the money that I have earned, because I was preparing for this moment where I didn't have this lucrative job. And I wanted to make sure that I was financially stable. And that's one of the biggest things is you can play with the money, you can save the money, you can invest it, you can do all these kinds of projects. And then I was able to create what I wanted. But in the middle of all of that, regardless of the money and the jewels, I got myself back. My husband said, redefine who you are, Michelle. You could be whoever you want to be. And I did. And I lost the weight and I got healthy and I felt better about myself. And I've been helping women do the same. And it means so much to me. And you girls all mean so much to me. And I don't know where I would be today if it wasn't for Stella Dot. And I mean that from the bottom of my heart. Like, I refound myself and now I'm a whole new person. So I got a second chance.
And now she's going to make us all cry.
I love you, Michelle.
I know.
Oh, and by the way, I will say this, the person that when I started this, you look for mentors, right? And you look for people that you want to be like. And Pam was the person I was like, who's that girl? And where's she going? And how is she doing these things? And so if she could do it, so can I. And
now
so
you're gonna make me cry.
I tell Pam this all the time. I remember when I met Pam the first time, I was like, I have to tell you something. I wanted to know who this Pam Anderson is and how she was like attaining all these goals. And like, I want to know how to do that because I was the new girl on the block. I didn't think I fit in. And I was like, I'm going to make my way. And anybody can make their way doing this, really. It's just your way, the way, however you need it to be, whatever you need it to be. It's here for you to mold into whatever it is you need.
And you are amazing, and we've all learned so much from you. So thank you.
No,
so
thank
much.
you.
And it's been inspired.
So you can see it's kind of like a huge love fest in this community. So be prepared. You know, if this is something that you just decide to be that girl that goes for it and to join us, there's going to be a lot of loving, a lot of celebrating, a lot of like mushy gushy stuff. But I think that's what is neat too. My husband, he was like, oh, so wait, what's the Zoom that you're doing tonight? And he was like, oh, so it's like you're meeting, I forget even what he called it, but he like had this funny, it wasn't sorority, but he was like, oh, you're like chatting with your girl gang, or I don't even know what he said, but I was like, yeah, they're my people. Like, I'm excited, even if we can't be doing this in person, to be doing this, via Zoom. So, and I think it's one of those things that sometimes you just decide like, what the heck, let's do this. Let me see where it goes. And sometimes, not even sometimes, I feel like most people's stories is like, oh my gosh, I didn't know that I wanted to redefine who I was, or this unexpected situation came up in our family or our community or our entire world, and I was prepping for it the whole time and I didn't know. Or so I think that it's just something that is so incredible. So I encourage you to touch base with whoever it is that invited you here tonight, or if you're catching the replay, to reach out to them with whatever questions you have, or you can reach out to me, Missy Bryan, at any time too. I'd love to connect with you and just chat through whatever it is that's on your mind or in your heart. But I wanted to open it up to see if anybody has any questions. You can unmute and you can just speak up, or you can put something in the chat as well. So if anybody has anything, and don't be scared, because there's anything, we're open book. So anything that's on your mind, you've got a bunch of girls here who are, you even have Michelle Fernandez twice. I actually see her twice on my screen, which is like magic. She's like near, now you're not. It's like funny. I was like, how is she twice on there? The magic of technology. So, okay. Anybody see? There she is again. It's like a video for her. It's like two angles we're seeing.
It's funny. Okay. I was thinking of the silver lining of all of this is that when we did first of all, I miss our meetups that we used to do up in Pennsylvania so much. Once a month, I looked forward to those. And being down here, I go to the Southern Charms ones, but I miss you guys. And to be honest, this is wonderful because we can all get together virtually. We don't have the borders, keeping us from getting together.
Yeah. And you feel like I feel energized. I feel like we're together. So, well, for anybody who is a guest here tonight, like I said, reach out to the person who invited you, and we hope that you will be Brady Bunch style with us as an ambassador soon. We'd love to welcome you into our tribe and to help this be something that's just a fun hobby, or is an extra $100 a month or $500 a month or a bunch of $100 a month. That's the great thing, is that there's it's your pace, your way, and it can be whatever you want to be. You are free to stay on. We're gonna actually have what we call a little team mingle. Usually, like Pam said, we do these in person at a restaurant or at a bar or at somebody's house, and just have that connection. So you are more than welcome to stay on and to enjoy. We're gonna do some kudos and celebration. We're gonna share some tips about how to end our month strong, and to share this amazing Memorial Day sale with our customers and with Stella lovers all across the country. Or if you need to, I don't know, clean up from dinner, go watch a favorite show, snuggle somebody that you live with, or take your dog out, you may gladly hop off too. So you do you, as always. But we are so grateful that you joined us. So thank you so much. And we're just gonna move right into our team fun. So actually, you know what I'm gonna do quick? If everybody wants to quick smile, I'm gonna take a screenshot of us. Okay. Oh, and Michelle, maybe we'll be on twice. We'll see Michelle on twice. Somebody said, wait. Are we ready? Okay, ready? I can't believe Michelle's on twice. This is cracking me up. Okay, ready? 1, 2, 3. Cheese. We're a little cheesy. Well, maybe we're not. I shouldn't say we're a little cheesy. I'm a little cheesy. I'm all about like being cheesy, being sappy, like all the things. So Okay, so girls, I just have to tell you, I miss you all. I know that we are connecting in our Facebook group, in our team group, and on text, but I really like, I'm looking at some of your faces and like, Maggie, I wish we were like ordering some bizarre appetizer at Slow Hand that both of us are like, that's what I was thinking too. Like Maggie and I are always like wanting this, not, I don't want to say weird, but like we always pick the unusual thing. And I was like, that's what I was thinking too, but I didn't want to eat the whole thing. And Christy, like seeing you, like I love this because you live way too far away outside of Chicago. And, you know, it's so fun to just be able to see you. So I do think that there are blessings and there are lessons of what we're going through and really realizing how important it is to make time for each other like this. And like Donna, last time, how crazy that last time I saw you with Pam, you know, we were in Christy, like we were in San Francisco at Hoopla. And like that breaks my heart to know that we're not going to have that celebration in person, but we will. I know that home office is going to do something really great. Okay, so I just want to start off, first of all, letting you guys know how crazy excited I am for just like, I feel like I'm like, I want to say like the state of the union, but like the state of Stella Dot, like I don't know if you guys caught this or if it was posted in our ambassador page, but our business, like we are booming. We are growing like crazy. We are like selling like this summer line, which is now all at the bottom of the tray. This line is going gangbusters. And so kudos to you guys for just your excitement and wearing it and sharing it. And because I feel like a collection, like our collection has not gotten a response like this for a while. Like this, we're just like knocking it out of the park. And I think that it's a combination of like the magic sauce is you sharing it and wearing it, but also that, like I said a couple minutes ago, that we're just like so poised and positioned for sharing this digitally. And women everywhere are looking for connection, are looking for retail therapy, are looking for amazing gifts, are looking for pick-me-ups, and that's really what we get to offer. So our year over year, business is up 16% from this time last year, which is huge. During a pandemic, like we are up, which is crazy. So you just should feel really proud and really excited and really fired up too about the next bunch of days and what we have to offer to end our month strong. So what we're going to do is I'm going to share a little kudos. Then we're going to share some tips about how to reach out and who to reach out to and to book some virtual shows. And then we're just going to do like some brainstorming. So I want this. So I'm actually going to unmute you guys. Unless like if somebody has like my husband was vacuuming a couple minutes ago, like if you've got a husband vacuuming, like mute yourself. Otherwise, I think that you can just stay unmuted. But whether you girls are on or not, oh shoot. Oh, Valerie is just saying, can you let me into the meeting? I feel like this right now that I didn't realize people were waiting in the meeting. So actually, I'll start with Valerie. I actually wanted to give Valerie Marone some kudos because that girl like shows up to her business so consistently. And if you don't follow Valerie on Instagram, you should, because she's constantly posting just incredible selfies and sharing her love of Ever. She's been sending Ever samples to lots of different customers or girls who haven't shopped with her. And I can't wait to hear about her results from just all of the sharing and the reach out that she has. I also want to give, I know that she is on, I want to give a huge shout out to Julie Zeski because she has been, Julie is such an incredible leader. And between, I don't think that Kelly's on. So Kelly recently had a baby and you've just been like giving her so much love and just I love that we are part of a community that's not just about celebrating the things that we do in business, but also celebrating the things that we do in life. So I just love like all of just the support and like sisterhood that you've been giving to Kelly. And also, this is like dual. I want to give kudos to Kimberly Umberger, because that girl is like back in her Stella groove, and like she is beaming with joy about this collection, and she's doing Facebook Lives. And so much of it is actually because of you, Julie, that you have given her such, like, you've virtually been like holding her hand and giving her high fives and giving her hugs and celebrating all of the little things that she's been doing to kind of restart her business. And she, you know, she's up in Boston, you're in Pennsylvania, but I just am so in awe of the friendships and the bonds that are on this team. And it doesn't matter if you're in somebody's upline, downline, like, we're just a team and we're better together. And I so appreciate just, like, you're such an incredible leader, and you've inspired her to stretch herself and to like set bigger goals, and she's crushing it this month. So I just had to kind of give kudos to both of you. Okay, I'm gonna totally, and I apologize. This is where I feel bad that I'm like, I feel like there's girls that I like, I don't like Julie's last name for a while. Like I was like, okay, Zesty, like I have to come up with rhymes or something. So I apologize that I'm like people's names. But Katie, is it Pozo, P-O, Kirsty, how do you say it?
Pazzo.
Pozo, okay.
Poza, sorry, Poza.
Like Pozo. So we know it doesn't even matter. It's okay. Danielle Redner still, and we love it, still calls Allison Hoshin. She like tries to put like a French like twist to it. It's like,
I know, Danielle used to call me Bernie for the longest time, and now she has it like almost there, but I'm like, that's good. That's good.
Yeah, it's okay. It's okay. My dad still puts a T on my last name. He thinks that I'm Missy Bryant. I'm like, Dad, you paid for the wedding? Like, no, Bryant. It's okay. So I'm like, it's okay. Okay. But Katie had her third kid. They're all under 5. So think about that, like being in a house of 3 kids under 5. She is totally like working it to revamp her VIP page. She has 2 bookings this month. So it's just one of those things that like you can restart, you can level up, you can ramp it up at any time. So kudos to you, Katie. Christy Griffin, totally been rocking her business. She's a new stylist. She joined in January. So when we think like, oh, there was this merge and all these changes, like she's just like, oh no, it's just been awesome and like this from the start. But she just finished her Jumpstart. She had over 3,000 in sales in her Jumpstart. So think about that, like getting started. That, like those Jumpstart rewards are crazy. She had over 600 when you hit the 3,000, you get like over $600 in free Jumpstart credits, which is just incredible. And then Jenna, and see, I feel like her last name, I can't even, but we know Jenna.
Nika.
There you go. I was going to be like Nika, but okay, not only has she, if you see her on Facebook, that girl is always exercising. She makes me, I look at, and I'm like, damn, she worked out again. She just like ran 5 marathons in 2 days. Like she's crushing it in like just her life. But she is 780 away from 30,000 in lifetime sales, which is just crazy. And she's just somebody who's like super consistent, and the power of like, you can be so consistent and be selling like 1,000 a month, and to see how over from the time that you start, how that, like, that's what I love, is sharing numbers when you're like, do you know that you've sold almost 30,000 in style, sentiment, and skincare? Like, it is absolutely mind blowing. So kudos to you girls. And let me see if there was anybody else that I missed, or if anybody wants to give a shout out, anybody can join in, because I did a lot of reach out on my phone. So now I'm like, I thought I was organized, but now I'm like scrolling. If anybody else has any kudos or wants to shout themselves out, we love a good celebration. So, okay. But if not, we'll go straight to, because I know that, surprise, surprise, I'm being chatty and taking up more time than I thought. But we will go right on to sharing some actually like tips for rocking the end of the month. So we are going to start.
Missy, I don't want to interrupt you. I couldn't
No,
unmute
interrupt.
myself. I wanted to shout out KK. Because first of all, I was talking to her today, and she is kind of KK. I'll just speak what I know of what you've done from the beginning. Is you've been really trying. She's a makeup artist, professional makeup artist, freelance. She does brides. And she's had a mission to have a clean beauty kit that she could, you know, do a person's makeup and know that she's putting something on their skin that's made with good ingredients and non-toxic. And she is now rebranding her whole, she had a photographer over today, and she's rebranding her whole Instagram and everything, right? And I'm really excited about it. But she reached out to me about doing a virtual masterclass. We did one a few weeks ago that was really successful. She was able to share ever with some of her clients, and they purchased some, and they're very happy, extremely happy. And we're going to do it again tomorrow. And so thank you for reaching out to me, KK, and getting that ball rolling. Friday, sorry.
Friday, yeah.
I don't even know what day it is. It's a quarantine thing. But anyways, I'm just so in awe of how you're doing what you're doing and what you're doing. And she actually has taught me a lot about Ever. A lot of people think that I know a lot, but to be honest, she's taught me a lot because she likes to, as she says, geek out on the ingredients.
So get ready, because we might have to ask you to do a little like makeup or like talk about the skincare to all of us sometime. So be ready, because I'll be reaching out to you. That would be fun. So Pam, can you share, you have had such great success with booking lots of virtuals and Zooms. Between like the summer line, that's so awesome, and like also focusing especially like whether you're participating in Spirit Style Week or Style Spirit Week or not, like just shining the light on our carryover bestsellers. Can you just give us some of your top tips of like how are you booking these virtuals or Facebook groups or Zooms now? We'd love to hear.
Yeah, so by basically, I mean, with the, posting things on Facebook, I never rely on a post to get me a sale. But if somebody comments or they're interested in it, then I'll reach out to them, and they might not buy that item, but a lot of times I kind of use similar words, although I do tailor them to the person. I will just, even if they're interested in buying something, I will say, great, let's get this order for you. I would love to provide a virtual ladies lounge for you and your friends to connect. And we can connect over, cocktails, skincare, cocktails, style, and skincare, whatever, they prefer. And they get referral rewards for this. And it's been, you guys, it has been so much fun. Every single one I've done. I used to get this feeling after the in-home shows. It didn't matter if we had 2 people there or 25 people there. I always, after doing an in-home event, left feeling so uplifted because it's such a positive experience to connect with people. And I am getting the same feeling after these Zoom events. I'm getting that same almost euphoric feeling after the event, like this was so much fun. And I talked to my sister-in-law today because we had a birthday Zoom right before this, and she mentioned, we did one a few weeks ago, and she said, those virtual Zooms are so much fun. So it just kind of encourages me to want to provide this fun reason for somebody, especially at a time like this, when people aren't able to get together with their friends, kind of like providing them a platform to get together and connect and kind of, share some style and what they're doing. But also right now I'm reaching out to birthday girls to offer birthday blings. And most recently, I don't know if this will spark anything for you guys, I noticed in Mimi, it comes up, every time there's somebody's birthday, you get a little notification. Well, I got a notification of this girl's birthday. I met them shopping in Pottery Barn in Pennsylvania. And these 2 girls, they were 2 women. They were so much fun. They're best friends. They do everything together. And one of them, I noted, one of them hosted a show at one point after I met them. One of them, it's her birthday. I reached out to the other one and said, hey, would you want to surprise, Carol is her name, with a surprise virtual birthday Zoom? And we can give her the referral rewards if we have any, if anybody wants to shop, but like a birthday bling. And I sent her the birthday image, and we're going to set that up. So just a little idea, if anybody knows anybody whose birthday is coming up, it's a fun way to surprise them, and then they'll get the referral rewards, which is a great birthday gift.
Okay, my mouth, did you see how I was like that is like, I love just like these tiny little tweaks that we brainstorm, because I know, like, I've reached out to some birthday girls and they're like, well, I feel kind of weird having people shop knowing that then, but I'm like, but it's your birthday, who cares? But I love this, like, because right now too, everybody's looking for a way to make everybody's birthday special, right? Like, should we do a drive-by? Should we put signs in their yard? Like, what should we do? So I love this, like, a surprise. That's the sweetest. And I think, like, if you look at, this is where it's just like super sleuthing a little bit on Facebook, maybe, to just see like, who are they always with? And, because even if you reach out to someone and be like, hey, I have this fun idea. I see it's somebody's so-and-so's birthday. We should do this. They might be like, well, you should actually reach out to her sister, or this is her best friend. Like, they can connect you. So I love that. And then I also love, I know, I always want to be cognizant of girls who maybe are newer ambassadors and are like, well, I've only been an ambassador for 2 months, so I don't really have like a huge list of birthday girls. What I love too is if you just go on your Facebook, wall, and if you click and see whose birthday it is, and you can see whose upcoming birthday it is, it's a great way to get new customers too, and be like, hey, I wanted to reach out. I see your birthday's, coming up this week. I don't know if you knew, but I'm, you don't necessarily have to be like, I'm an ambassador with Stella Dot, but to be like, I've been doing these really fun, whether you've done them or not, like, to be like, I've been doing these really fun birthday bling get-togethers, virtual get-togethers with girlfriends. I see it's your birthday. I'd love to do one for you. Like, offer it, because you've got nothing to lose. And it's like a virtual BYOB birthday cocktail party where you're showing some cute stuff. So, even if you don't have girls, when you go to contacts and filter by birthday, like, use what you have, like in Facebook, to find contacts too. And, just reach out, because no one's going to be like, that's so mean that you're reaching out to me with this fun idea. They're going to be like, worst case, they're going to be like, oh, that's so sweet, but no, I'm not interested. And you can at least be like, well, hey, I'm going to put your birthday in my contacts, so next year you get this fun perk, and you should join my VIP group too. Like, worst case, you're probably going to get a new contact out of it too. So that's something, like, I'm totally, actually, I don't do that, but I'm brainstorming now. I'm like, I'm going to start doing that now.
Missy, can you let Julie in? She's in the waiting room. Somehow she got out.
Oh, where did she go? She went to the bathroom.
So, Missy, just so you know that waiting room is enabled. It's like a default, but when you set up the Zoom, you can disable it if you want to. It's like a protection.
Okay. And I apologize. Anybody, please tell people we are all inclusive. I didn't mean to, like, tell him the bouncer didn't let him in. Jeff was the bouncer. Be like, blame it on Jeff. So, well, those are awesome ideas, Sam.
If you know anybody whose birthday is coming up, it could be a family member, it could a sister, it could be a cousin, it could be a friend, it could be a friend of a friend. You can always even reach out to one of their husband or their family member to set it up through them.
I love it.
So anyways.
I love it. Thank you, Pam.
You're welcome.
Okay, Michelle.
Yeah.
Memorial Day sale is starting. You are like queen of A, like new customer sales. You rock that. B, like turning an order into a virtual. Like you're not just like, I want the instant gratification. You're always like, I see like a bigger, better, more fabulous and fun opportunity. So tell us a little bit about what your plans are for the Memorial Day sale, and how you also just get so many great new customers and Stella lovers. You're like bringing them in.
What am I? I'm not doing anything other than what I normally do. Which is when we did the whole summer line and I used the this and that images, and anybody that voted on those, I reached out and said that the summer line was released, blah, 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 blah. I didn't allow them to buy anything. I said, I'm not, and that's just what I said. I don't want you to buy it. Instead, why don't we get it for you for free? And I learned a long time ago where we learned about the ladder, offer the opportunity, then the booking, and then the sale. And then I'm not sure when it happened, but they said, stop chasing the sales. And I changed my mindset and said, you know what, you can get that $300 order, or you can get $1,000 show. And when I thought about it that way, because there's more to come out of that $1,000 plus show, because you're going to get 12 new friends, 12 new contacts, more people in your VIP group. So what you're doing is you're converting a friendship, a relationship, to not just a sale, but to an event. To then it'll just plant seeds everywhere else. And so it's just a larger result. And when I think of it like that, oh, I might want to hit a certain number, but I'll be able to hit that number faster if I do it this way. And then it just kind of like marinates for the months to come. And so when I got past just chasing a sale, is when I was like, you know what, I'm going to go for the bigger goal. And so that's all I've been doing is anybody that reaches out to me, anybody that comments on any of my posts. And I do a lot of like, I kind of throw things out there and I reel them in. And again, the conversations are always happening. So it's not just me going in for the kill, like a car salesman. I've already been engaging with them in a different forum, in a different conversation about their kids, about a meal. And if you guys notice the posts that I post, it's food, things I'm doing with my family. I'm a regular person. I'm struggling with weight, with this, with that. And anybody that's commenting, I'm usually wearing a piece of jewelry, or I tied into Stella. It's those subliminal messages that all of you higher upper echelon leaders who taught in the beginning, it's just what you do naturally. And we do it that way. It's just an organic conversation. It's authentic. It's not contrived. And it just comes from a natural place. So when you come from that, people are able to relate, and they don't think that you're that car salesman that you're trying to dodge, you know?
And I love that, Michelle, because I notice, like, because I know some of, like, I'll admit, like, I'm someone who oftentimes is like, oh, I'll post my VIP group, but you are like, and I don't mean like loud and proud, but like you put it out there. You share on Instagram, you share on your stories, you share on Facebook, like, and I feel like people really, like, I learn about you. Like, I'm like, you know, so you put things out there and you're super consistent with that. So I think like
that's a big deal.
Like, I did that maybe in my VIP group, but I love challenging everybody to do it more broadly. You know, it
was a big thing for me. It was a big hurdle for me to overcome. And I should have said this earlier when anybody else that was on, when I first started doing this with Stella Dot, I will admit I was a bit embarrassed. You know, I'm like, I have all these accolades and I went to all these schools and I'm this professional and I'm the elite of the fleet. And I'm like, now I'm selling jewelry. And now I'm like, and what? Because look at this big old pot of money I have. What do you got to say now? You know what I mean? And so you just grow in the comfort. And when you're proud of what you do and it makes you happy, people, like, you know, Danielle says it all the time, people want to know what you're doing. So share those pictures and be proud and learn your angles from a window in a picture. And people see it. You see the transformation in yourself, and people see that and they're like, oh, I want to know more about what's going on over there. And it's those snoopy people that are just watching that somehow become your best customers.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So like tomorrow, so I love the concept of, like, you know, someone's like, oh, I love your whole arm party. Like, can I have a link? You know, like if they want to shop it, instead you're like, let's get that for free. What would be your best tips? Because I feel like the Memorial Day sale is a little different because there are things that, like, we know could sell out. So do you have tips on, you know, like, how would you do that if somebody's like, here's the things that I want, like, do you have a link I can shop or something? Like, how would you do it? Because there's a little bit of urgency with the Memorial Day sale.
So I haven't announced to my VIPs that there's a sale tomorrow at all. I know people were very open about it. I want people to want to know and then to like create excitement. And those people that comment and say, please, please, please me, those are the people that I want to create a link for, because I don't want them to know. I also have like, I have 4 or 5 open online events that I just finished. I also contacted the hostesses and said, oh my gosh, we're gonna tell your friends that we kept your link open because we want them to get more style first deal. Those are the people. I'm going back for a second round for the people who didn't shop. And I'm going to be like, what did you guys have on your wish list if I didn't have it already, because it might be on sale. And then that's where I'm going to say, let's create a link. And that way you didn't, I'm not going to say this, but they didn't want to shop for whatever the reason may be. And it's very well valid. But now I'm giving you another incentive to shop and have your own event where you're not going to spend any money and people are going to shop your event because there's a sale, and then you get more bang for your buck. Like,
okay.
I just flip it that way.
Yeah. How about you? Do you use it like, oh yeah, go ahead.
I just booked an event with a sale, but I'm getting up at 3 a.m. to get the Sutton for her. I'm afraid it might sell out. I don't know. It's always up to, I will do it, but anyways, and we're going to do an event.
So
for yours, you're using that as like, she wanted the Sutton, so you're setting up an event, and that's her first order. She's shopping her.
Oh,
she's shopping her event.
Oh yeah, it's kind of like what we say for their birthday. Like, if you're going to redeem your $25, you might as well get all your girls together and celebrate you even bigger, kind of like that.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So
how about anybody else? Like, what are you guys doing with the Memorial Day sale? Do you have like questions, or do you have words to say, or do you need words to say to like reach out to turn an order or turn something that's on somebody's wish list into an event? Or what can we brainstorm with you girls?
What about referrals?
What's that?
So I was just thinking, we all post in our VIP groups, right? And you can like search in your own VIP group for an old posting. So if you were here for a while and some of the pieces that are on sale, go back to those posts, those old posts, and see who commented. You can cross-reference that to if they ordered it, and then go back to them and say, hey, that piece that you liked, it's now on sale. These guys are now $39 versus $52. I know you like them. That's what I'm going to do. I forgot. Sorry.
No, that's why I love brainstorm, because I think of things like on the spot. So, okay. So search your old posts.
Kind of like what you do in your
history too.
Yeah. So not just your order history, but also the people who comment on those posts pertaining to those particular items.
Right. I love that. Who else has ideas?
So I'm hosting a joint Pampered Chef and Stella Dot party with my cousin. She just signed on as a Pampered Chef rep. So I'm her third party. And so if anyone needs Pampered Chef stuff, by the way, I get my like bonus if I hit my $200 or whatever by the end of tonight. So, but anyway, so we've been having a lot of fun. And so I invited a whole bunch of friends, and she invited a whole bunch of friends. So I was excited about that, because that opens up a whole new, realm of people that I can invite into my own VIP group. And it's been a lot of fun. So I've had 3 orders for her so far from Stella and Dot. And there's been a couple of ladies who have, posted on the group, who have expressed interest in some of the products that I've been mentioning. And kind of the same thing. I'm like, wait until we get the sale. Like, there's going to be a Memorial Day sale. So I have been advertising it just starting today. But, doing lives and things, but just kind of holding off. But then I'm going to mention to them, if you really liked all the things that you saw, here's a referral link, like, let's get you some more stuff for free. So definitely using that as a motivation. But I know that we like talk back and forth about whether or not doing joint parties are beneficial, but I kind of hit a lull in my own business, in that I'm not really like booking a lot of shows, and certainly not doing a lot of, definitely not doing any in-person over the past few months. And I've just been like, despite my reach outs, despite multiple reach outs, just like my birthday redemptions have been low, and my VIP engagement has been relatively low, and it's concentrated on just like the girls that I know personally in my life outside of Stella and Dot. Like they were friends from college. So I feel like I've kind of hit a bit of a wall there. So doing a joint show with my cousin has been really fun for me to open up. And she's 10 years younger than I am. So, you know, these are like girls right out of college. So they're a little bit of a different, you know, age group than my friends. And so it's been interesting to kind of engage with them. So, you know, doing some kind of joint thing, people are looking to shop right now. So maybe that could be something if anyone who's in a position like me who needs to kind of expand a little bit more, because certainly like girls who have come to my shows in the past are like not at all responding to my reach outs. Like I email them, I text them, I Facebook message them if I'm friends with them on Facebook, and it's like I feel like I must be being blocked or something, because I get literally no response, which is just it is what it is. But
I think
so
now
anyway.
more than, so I think a couple things that I think a joint event is brilliant because it's kind of like what we have to offer now. Like we are our own joint event because we have style, we have sentiment, we have skincare. So it's almost like we're doing a joint event. But then I think if you partner with somebody else too, it's just like another, you know, like the shop is just bigger. And I just always think kind of like how Michelle was talking about, that when you're building these relationships with people, like even, you know, because I've had, I'm doing an online event right now with a teacher who she was like, I don't know, like she said no to the Zoom because she was like, I feel like people, and even like she was inviting a lot of teachers who still are getting their regular paycheck, but she was like, I feel like people are kind of, you know, like I think she thought if we did a Zoom that it would be very much like me being like, you need this necklace and you need these earrings, whereas it wouldn't. But so I took it, you know, I kind of offered the big thing, and then I was like, well, how about we just get together in a group and we can talk about like girly things and we can focus on skincare. So I think that sometimes, you know, it's helping somebody work through an objection. But I told her, I was like, no matter what, like, I'm just so grateful to be able to share the things that I love and to have faith that, like, you know, maybe somebody will shop, but if not, like, maybe they'll come back at the holidays and be like, oh, I should reach out to that Stella Dot girl because they had cute stuff that I could get for gifts. So I always have that faith. But then also to know that people are more like, you know, it's like some of us have all the time in the world, but yet we're busier than ever. And like, we're on tech so much. So I do feel like it's the only way to stay connected with people. So I do feel like it's really easy to miss messages. So don't ever, you know, I just always remind myself like crickets isn't a no or isn't like, you know, it's just, they just didn't, you know, get back. Like I'll actually, you know, I like, this is being recorded. So somebody was on tonight that I've reached out to for years about hosting. And I invited her tonight to be like, hey, I'd love to, you know, like maybe if hosting isn't for you, maybe you want to hear about this. And she was like, oh yeah, I'll hop on. And I was like, so you just never know. Like that was years, like years. And I was like, so you just
Can I
never
say
know.
something?
Yeah, please. Anybody say anything.
And what you might want to do too is if you're used to showing the Stella and Dot, if you want to say, going to be doing a 10-minute eye look and you want to invite me like on a Zoom or something like that, or explain why clean, non-toxic beauty is really important. I have a health story, I have a health journey. If you think that might add something to your community and you want to do something and include me in it, if you think that might broaden your audience, I would be happy to help you.
Thanks, KK.
You could just think about it. I mean, you know.
That I think is an amazing thing, like thinking about how you can add value. So it's like how sometimes we, you know, in the old days when we could do things in person and we'd be like, I'd love to get your girlfriends together for Sparkle and Shine. It's summertime. And they're like, no. And then you're like, well, I also do fundraising events. And people will be like, oh, I'll definitely do that. And you're like, same thing, just packaged different. But I think if you like offering something to say like, you know, I'm doing these things to show how to be Zoom ready for your business Zooms, you know, in 5 minutes, I'm doing that. Or kind of back to what you were saying too, Maggie, of like partnering with other people. Like I reached out to a girl who she has a hair salon, and guess what? Like they're not working right now, but I had talked to her and I was like, hey, what if we did something fun of like, everybody needs a haircut. We're not going to show them how to virtually do a haircut. We're going to be like, okay, women in their 40s, here's a cute way to wear your hair back or to do braids, you know, braids and bling. So like you can show like something, you know, like kind of find humor, but also find a solution for people whose hair is so long, but they're trying to make it look like age appropriate, but still cute. So I think if you do, you know, think about the people that you know, and, you know, or like we talked about, Maggie, like icing a cake. You can do your, you know, cakes and couture. So
I like it. Yeah. Well, our virtual event right now is cooking and couture for the Pampered
like
Chef.
that.
But yeah,
that's awesome.
that's definitely one of those things that I've been thinking about doing more of, like, you know, taking a page out of Michelle's handbook and not focusing just on the jewels or the Stella and Dot even, but just like sharing your life. And that's just not something that I like to do. I'm very, like, if it weren't for Stella and Dot, I would not really post anything on Facebook. I consume Facebook, but I don't post on Facebook. So that bridge to kind of going beyond just sharing the Stella and Dot and kind of sharing more of my personal life is just something that I have reservations about. So finding a balance has been kind of my out of my comfort zone, because I don't really want to post everything about my life. I think if people want to do it, that's fine. But for me, I don't want to post like every little thing about my life. So finding things that I find, you know, appropriate, that I'm comfortable with, but that's more than just like, oh, hey, look at this, like, you know, really cool earrings that I'm wearing.
Right.
You know, so those fun things, you know, about doing, like, yes, like I know how to bake. So I also can't wear earbuds to save my life.
But baking and playing, like, I think it's a journey. Like, it sounds to me like it's a journey that you're on. And I think it's pretty cool that, like, you do you. And like, if something's not your style, like, don't do it. But maybe you're going to find that little like niche that you're like, oh, this is my thing. Like, I feel comfortable and I feel like alive and like, just, I love sharing this, you know, and then you just happen to be wearing like cute earrings and, you know, whatnot. So you'll find
Can I say something else? It's a little off, but I don't want to forget. With the sale this weekend, try to remember to tell people that they get a free, with a $150 purchase, they get a free eye palette or foundation, because I'm finding that a lot of people who are checking out on their own aren't seeing that banner.
Yep.
So they're not adding it to their cart. And it's just a great reminder, and also maybe a way for them. It's also, I love the Evermore. It's a great way for them to try out the brand, you know, the Ever brand.
Yeah. And then a great way to follow up, because I think, you know, we always want to follow up and be like, I want to make sure, like, how are you loving your earrings? But if you can be like, I really want your input, like, how was that color, or how was it easy to apply? Like, you really can ask a lot of questions, I think, more than just like, do you like your earrings, you know? So I think that's awesome.
So just remember that. And then another little Zoom tip, if you're showing everybody the foundation on Zoom, make sure your Nakoma chandeliers are not nearby. Look.
Oh
no.
That is bad.
Can I say something?
I had somebody who asked me, my daylight is like almost gone, and she was like, could I see the consistency of that? And I'm like, okay, I'm trying to show her on Zoom. So I put it on my hand, and when I squirted it, it like squirted across the room onto of all things. So
go ahead, Michelle.
So when home office puts things together, they do everything strategically. There is a reason to all of their madness. They pick different people to speak every week. They pick different demographics, different levels of attainment, different lives. And they do that because it's going to appeal to a different audience every week. So whoever tunes in, it may speak to that person. And so when I treat what I do with my VIP page is, I know that what I say may not appeal to a person that day, but it may appeal to someone else who didn't chime in another day. And what I'm saying with all of that is that even I get tired of hearing my voice. I get tired of hearing myself. And so our VIPs can also get tired of hearing from us. And so for me, I think it's important, and I've been sharing this, and I know Christy Byrne knows this, that if you're in my VIP page and you're a stylist, I expect for you to be active. I want you to be active because I need you just as you need me. So if you're going to be like, you're not, and you're not going to help elevate each other because we're about empowering each other, you're getting kicked out. Just being honest. So I say that coming from a place of love, because maybe we all, if we're in each other's pages and we amp it up and we create hype for each other, that gives us visibility for other people. And now outside of that, what I was also thinking is saying, if we are in each other's pages, why not? I just did this with my team and I said, okay, you're getting that and I'm getting this, but I'm not getting all of that. So would you go live in my page? And it's a new voice. It's a new perspective. It's a new angle because everybody's style's different. Everybody's, work and how they go to work and how they dress is different. And so they're giving you a different perspective that might speak to your audience. So perhaps, Maggie, maybe your audience is like, like we change the channel when we're not entertained, right? And it's nothing personal, but maybe we need to change the channel for them to give them something new to be entertained by. So maybe if we as a team, whoever we feel most comfortable can do that with each other, then maybe we can help propel your VIP page. And again, it's a collaborative process. So you'd have to say, hey, Mitch, I like the way you do this, but I don't like the way you do that. Can you come on my page and talk about this necklace? Because I don't have it. I think that's something that we could do to help one another as a team.
I love that too, because on another level too, what that says to me is, I think sometimes women who are like, oh, I think that would be cool to do it, but Michelle and Missy already live in Westchester, so we don't need another stylist in Westchester. But if they see us working together, being like, wait a second, she's on her page, and she you see that teamwork, that it's we're better together. It's not like, oh, I don't keep her out, keep her far away, keep her 6 feet. You're come in, there's no social distancing here. So I think that's incredible too. I know, I know it's almost 9:30. Well, now it is 9:30. Real quick, is there anybody who doesn't know how to use Mimi and totally be like me, because I'm still learning things about Mimi every day. But I love that home office for the sale has put together, and I know this is always has put together these style boards that are shoppable. And so I want to make sure that everybody knows how simple and quick and easy it is to share these, that you can connect them either to your website, or if you have a link open, or if you have a virtual show open, you can connect them to there. One thing that I will say about these is that I would encourage you, when you share them, to also add something else maybe to the cart, add a full price item, because we want, while we love people scooping up style for a steal, we want to be adding those regular, price items too. And we want to build a cart that's way more than what they'd actually want, so that we can be okay, well, get these sale pieces now, and then we'll finish the look when, let's literally I could get a link together and we could share it tonight with the rest of your girlfriends, because if you love this style for a steal, I'm sure your friends are going to too. So let's invite a couple of them to hop on a Zoom tonight, meaning tomorrow night. Let's hop on a Zoom tonight, and then you can get, that new summer necklace, with your referral rewards too. So I encourage you to use those assets in Mimi, or to also know, if I were to take a selfie of myself right now, that I can also create a cart with those items in it too. So I think that it's really valuable if, as a team, if we share, pictures that we make of an arm party with a sale bracelet and, 2 regular priced, and even something use those pieces that are on future ship to your advantage, because even though people can't get them now, be well, no, you can't, if you order them, you'll have to wait till the end of June to get it. So instead, let's get your girlfriends together, and then you can use your hostess rewards, to get those, to get the things that are in stock now, and then get those pieces that are on future ship. So, But if you are unsure about the power of Mimi and how to use it for reach out, please like reach out to me or anybody. I like Mimi is like my sister wife. Like I love Mimi. Like I'm obsessed with her and how easy she makes reach out and how like she just makes us look so good because you're like have these beautiful images that I could never create. So anybody else have any ideas to share or questions?
Well, you gave me an idea, Michelle, and I just asked KK to go live in my VIP group with her story. So thank you.
Sure.
I just texted her. So
I love it. Look at how efficient this is. Like
her
you just
story
got,
is so
Well, it's
compelling. It really is.
think about it. It's like the what's her name? She's the ever expert. I forget her name, but she says it. She says our skincare, not just for skincare, but it's they bring on a third party research company so that it's unbiased, right? So it's that concept. It's not just Michelle, Pam, Pam, Missy. It's somebody fresh, you know, and they're like, who the hell is that? Huh? You know?
yeah, I love it. Oh, well, you girls rock for hopping on, and I wish we were mingling in person, but I'm grateful for those of you who live, you know, like Joe, you don't live nearby. Like it's so good to see you, and so there is such blessings in being able to, you know, meet like this. So we'll do these more often for sure. But
I know. I feel Joe and I used to meet before the COVID thing. We used to meet once a week at a coffee shop to do like our own booking blitz, and it was so awesome. So we will get back to that.
Well, I think now we just like meet on either side of your pool, Pam. That's social. That's like a natural boundary.
That's true. We could do that.
You take this side of the pool, I'll take that side of the pool.
Okay.
And when my pool is open, we'll offer that as well. Well, thank you, girls. And I'm excited for just, you know, the end of the month. I encourage you to look at where you're at and, you know, set a goal for you to go for by the end of the month, because I think that it always helps, you know, to set a number and either to, you know, break it down by like goals by day, whether it's based on reach outs or how many new virtuals you want to book. And I mean, that I think is what is so cool about the virtual events on Zoom or in a Facebook group or event, is that literally like you can book it, and just like you can sign up and your website's live, you know, a minute later, it's the same thing. Like you can book it with somebody and you can get it started right away. So you could be at, you know, 0 sales on May 29th, and by the end of the month, you could be at 1,000 in sales because you did a virtual event with a group. Like anything is truly possible with some efforts and, you know, efforts and energy. So,
Missy, I have a quick question.
Yeah.
The discounts that we earned, the like 50 for $12.50, is that just good? Because they didn't go live until after, like I had already put in my sampling order. So are they good for the end of the month, or are they good?
So let me confirm with Megan, because I had asked her and she had originally told me that it would be good through the end of the month, but then I know in the FAQs it said like coupons are good through sampling on Friday. But so let me confirm about that, because I had thought that they were good for the whole month, but I want to just make sure so that we don't miss out on them. So if you need to use them by Friday, that we get that in. So I'll get back to you.
And Missy, I feel like I actually read that since there was the glitch with that's good through the end of June, I thought I read.
Yeah, that's what I read today. I think it was on like the Buzz or something.
Okay, so one thing that I will say that I've learned about that, because I had asked that I still am like, what month is it? So I had asked the March coupon, if you earn the March coupon, the coupon meaning 50 for $12.50, if you could use that for the May launch, because typically, you know, the Summerline comes out in April. So this was delayed. And so I had been told that you could use it for May, but then you could only use one. So then it wasn't like it was just something that I didn't think to ask, was that if you had 250 for $12.50 coupons, you couldn't get 100 for 25. You could only redeem one coupon. So that's where I want to make sure that even if that is true, that it would be good until the end of June. I want to make sure that means that if you earn the 50 for $12.50 for May, can you redeem both in June or only one? So I'm going to ask both of those questions very specifically, because I think sometimes my questions get answered, but I don't, when you don't realize your question had to be so specific, but like they gave you the right answer, but it was just that like both coupons. So let me check on both of those, because I just always like to, triple.
No, that's
plus.
great. Yeah, because the monthly, because it was like the monthly coupon wasn't launching, but the quarterly coupon was.
Right.
So I just need to know when I need to use my monthly coupon.
Yeah, it was a funky time, but I just want to make sure, like I said, that like that may be true that if you didn't earn a coupon in May, but if you earned a coupon in April and in May, I don't know that you can redeem 250 for $12.50 in June. So I will get back to you guys on that. That's a great question.
Thanks, Missy.
So, yeah, absolutely.
Thank you so much. This was great.
Yeah. I don't always know all the answers, but I know where to find them. So, okay.
That's a good answer.
Have a good night, girls. I miss you. And let's have fun with this Memorial Day sale and just like book lots of virtuals with it and delight lots of girls and get lots of new customers by super sleuthing on Facebook for whose birthday it is too. So, okay.
Bye. Thanks.
Bye, guys.
Bye.
See you, girls.
Thank you.
Bye.
You're
Thank you.
welcome. Thank you, Pam and Michelle.